I don't know why, but you are watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
Welcome to Based on a True Story, Volume 6, Tales of the Underworld, where true crime collides with the furry, funny, and fierce world of the Dust Bunny Mafia. This brand new 32-page comic reimagines real mafia legends, Mad Dog Cole, John Gotti, and more, through the eyes of our animal mobsters. Think The Godfather meets Looney Tunes, packed with action, humor, and full-color storytelling.
The Madness Comic Network and comic-related madness proudly presents Madness Tuesday Morning Brew. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant on YouTube.
Good morning. It's Tuesday. I don't have coffee this morning. What's wrong with me? No, I'm already caffeinated. I'm drinking water because whatever. Adulting is hard. But I'm here. You're here. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk comics. Actually, I'm really excited for this show, you guys. I have some announcements to make. I have a new friend I want to introduce you to who's local to me in Texas. And we've been conniving, we've been planning, we've been, sorting through our joint brains and coming up with some shenanigans for you, some sharp shenanigans. Oh, no, I don't know why either. In fact, Lou, you're on the right train of thought here. We have some sharp things to share. But first, if you have not been over to the Kickstarter for Path of the Pale Rider 1 through 6, head on over. Go see what's in store. I put some new stuff on here. Here's new add-ons. So if you haven't seen these, Gilbert, he goes to Comic-Cons and sometimes they're not always busy. And so he'll sit and he'll do sketch covers. And these are 100% from his brain, not mine. So you can see how much he loves Path because he just comes up with the funny, cool stuff, man. Yeah, Lou, I read the assignment. I know what's coming. So like this one's even on an issue 4 sketch cover. And it's a Spider-Man Jude writing Venom Prince. I love this little detail on his chest. So it's his disc and it's a Spider-Man symbol on the disc. I thought that was like a really nice touch. This is super cool. And then these two are both on issue 5s. Now, again, gosh, I wish I had all the money. I would just buy all of these because they're so cool to see, the characters from your brain on the page, how someone else sees them is always so much fun. And so Jude with a poncho, we've been, wow, that's so good, bad, and ugly. That's great. I love it. Got to have that big James with he's got a bullet hole in his head. That's amazing. Smoking gun. And speaking of a smoking gun, this gun is super cool. Right? So again, issue number 5, Half Dead Jude. We're always teasing Jude's mortality. You never know when he's going to get it. He might not. I might kill him several times. You never know. Because that's how I roll, everybody, right? I drink your tears. So nobody is safe in this world, as you know. So obviously Gilbert knows something because he keeps doing that. So we were just talking this morning and he is willing to put the original art up for issue 6 because when he draws the cover, so this bad boy, he has the pencils and inks drawn traditionally on 11x17 Bristol board. And so if you're looking for original art, there's a bunch of opportunities. So again, these are already complete. You can add these on to any tier. If you want to pick your own, there is a tier, excuse me, right here. Custom sketch cover. So this is an issue 6 sketch cover. And you get to pick your character that he puts on there for you. So that's a great opportunity. There's lots of opportunities to get original artwork from Gilbert. And they're not too bad. $150. And again, most of that goes directly to Gilbert to pay for his art services. So I just wanted to show you. We have been at this 89 backers and this dollar amount for over 24 hours now. And it's driving me crazy. And we're literally $60 away from breaking the next stretch goal. We're 11 backers away from breaking another stretch goal. So we're so close. Just so you can see what's coming. We'll get there eventually, but we will unlock this next poker card with 11 backers. I know you guys want to know. It's going to be another spade. And I'll have to do a number card because we have to at least get through some number cards. But if we get to 150, I'll release another face card. And so another spade. I'll show you guys who that is. We did unlock, of course, this stretch goal here, the Indie PDF bundle. Another one will unlock when we get to 55, and then this Big Boy James holographic sticker. It's a 3-inch holographic vinyl sticker. Super cool. I cannot wait. So we're so close to this bad boy. And I know everybody wants them. We just need someone to kick us in the butt and get us moving again. So if that's you, I love you. I might put something extra in backer number 90's box just because that's how I feel about getting us moving again. 11 cards from the next poker card, or 11 backers, sorry. Yeah, so that's that. That's where I'm at. Thank you, everybody who has backed and is coming along for the ride. We got lots of fun stuff coming. And enough about me. Let me bring in my guest. I am happy to introduce you all to my new friend, Vaughn Fox. Hey, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
How are ya? You're awake.
Yes, I'm all right. A
You
little
had some
tired.
coffee?
No, I got my energy drinks. I
What?
don't. I don't drink coffee.
Oh, and guess what? You're off the brew. Bye. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I brewed my energy drink. Made it myself.
Did you? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
bat guano
Lies.
and berries.
I don't know. That's what kind of what would you even put in an energy drink if it's not? I mean, how would you get the caffeine in it if you're
It's just energy. It's
pure
pure
energy?
energy. I put it up on a lightning rod and
Like Ratatouille, you go
bo-
up to the roof and you just wait for lightning.
bottled lightning.
You just have like, the hair. Oh, it disappeared from existence. Like your hair's all sticking up.
You turned
Never
into
mind.
pure energy.
Wow. Nice. So those who are not familiar with Vaughn, he is also a comic book creator, writer, creator, and he and I met at Cowtown Comic Con just this past year. And it's probably one of those things where we've been moving in the same circle in the same area and just weren't aware of each other. But now we are, and it's like, oh, the collaboration is going to be fun because we both have the same kind of sense of humor. Just you wait, you guys. So as we start the show, whenever we have a new guest on, we always good morning. Oh yeah, another one. So waking up zombie. Have an energy drink, you and Vaughn. It's good. So whenever we have a new guest on the show, we always want to hear what's your origin story. So how did you start, reading comics? What were you reading? And then, eventually what was it that pushed you to write your own comic and do this crazy thing that we, call independent comics for real?
I started with Marvel when I was
Yeah.
young. Uh, when I was in middle school, we collected Marvel cards and stuff before we
Cool.
even read the comics and knew what the characters were. We just thought they were cool.
Yeah.
And then that got me into reading the comics. There was a card that had a character named Sleepwalker, and
Oh.
Sleepwalker's my boy now. He was a character that he had a human host that whenever he fell asleep, Sleepwalker would come out and patrol. And
Oh.
but whenever he woke up, Sleepwalker would be drawn back into his head. So it was this whole thing of like Sleepwalker's in the middle of a fight, and all of a sudden the guy wakes up and
Oh
Sleepwalker
no.
disappears and stuff like
Disappeared.
that.
Hopefully it wasn't like holding somebody over, trying to rescue them from a vat of acid. Just disappears. They die.
You're on your
Whoops.
own.
You're on your
But
own. Yeah, that's funny.
but yeah, no, that was really what got me into reading, and then of course graduated to Spider-Man. After
Yes.
Sleepwalker and Spider-Man teamed up,
Oh, there you go.
but and then it was just all Marvel after that. And
Yeah.
I tried reading DC, I just couldn't get into it. I
Huh.
don't know why. But yeah, so I read Marvel my whole life, and then when Image came out, got big into Image, and then
Yeah.
when I became an adult, I stopped reading comics.
What? And see, that's the opposite of me. I wasn't reading comics as a kid. And it wasn't until Image I started reading like Walking Dead and Invincible and Black Science and Witches. And like there's a ton of Image stuff that really called to me. But the first thing I read was Who Watches the Watchmen. That's my origin story. And I mean, like, it's always fun to see where people started because I feel like there's always a bit of that in your story, and there is, whether you know it or not. There's definitely that Marvel tie back. I can 100% see it, even though it's a little bit dark. And it's like first you started at Marvel, and then you start reading Image, and you get into the more complicated stories. I can
Yeah,
definitely see that in your work. Good morning, Dustin. Hey.
but
So when did you start writing though?
like I started writing in high school.
Uh-huh.
I wrote plays, and then it graduated to writing movies that never got made, and then I in 2005
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a 6-issue series called Hyper 5. It was a comic book, a superhero comic about these people who had powers that didn't want them.
Mm-hmm.
Like a guy named Mondo who could make his hands grow really big, and a guy named Dark Mark that everything he touched turned black. And
Who
I
was it?
didn't.
Someone was like, they had a power where they turned into a pencil. It was like,
Oh,
what?
I heard that podcast you were on. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
remember what
like,
the
who?
comic book was called, but yeah, I heard y'all talking about it.
It was like, of all things, a pencil. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then I tried to get back into movies, and then me and my film partner Greg. Well, I met Greg on the set of Murderface. It was a short
Well,
film that
let's
he shot, a
let's talk
48
about
hour.
that. Let's like a because your film, like how you got into that and how you met your partner from the production company. Because what's the name of the production company?
Bloodgate Films.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. It's kind of like Lionsgate. Like we already know what we're gonna get here. So how did that all, happen?
Uh, well, I started getting into the independent film scene in Dallas and going out and just meeting people and showing up on different sets when they had just open calls for people to do work.
Wait, one more quick. Is this before the pandemic?
Yes.
Pre-pandemic. Okay, that makes a difference. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, after 9/11, before pandemic.
Yeah, okay, that's a good time. My bad.
Uh, so I would just go out and meet people and open calls for whatever help people could get. And I had sound equipment and I had a camera and stuff. And I would just go off and whatever they needed, I would do. And I have a friend named Derek Sanchez that I met on set. He's like, "Oh, I got this friend that needs sound help on this short he's working on." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, I'll go." And which is weird because I normally don't. Like, I wouldn't like I didn't know anybody on set. I just like rolled up and was like, "Hey,
Bye.
I'm here." And but it was the most professional set I ever worked on, and it was
Nice.
for a 48-hour film competition. But it was all they were all in film school,
Mm,
and so I loved it. It was great, and I love this idea of Murderface that Greg had made. I like the character's look and stuff, and so I went home and about 3 or 4 months wrote a 90-page script about Murderface, and sent it off to Greg. To which Greg's like, "I'm good, thanks," and I was just like, "Cool, thanks." And then
ouch.
like a year later or 2 years later, he called me up. He's like, "Dude, I just read Murderface. We got to do something with this."
And see, that's the thing. He was like, "Thank you," but he didn't read it.
Yeah, well, he had some stuff going on. He had some life
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
uh, and I had just taken like his creation and just made it my own. You know, not my own, but added a lot of stuff that he wasn't really looking for at the time.
Hmm.
Uh, but anyway, so he called me up. We started working together, and just we started meeting up every weekend. And I'm like, "Oh, if you like the Murderface script, well, I've got 5 more horror movies that I've written." And he read a couple of those, and he's just like, "Dude, we got to do something. We got to get something going." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Well, I've been working on this thing in my head called Bloodgate Films. You know, where all our horror movies are like kind of connected, like the MCU type
Yeah.
of deal." And where Murderface fit into all that was he was kind of like their entertainment. Like if there's someone in the movie watching a movie, they're watching Murderface, or they're wearing Murderface T-shirts or Murderface posters. It was like itchy and scratchy type of deal. And so we were just rolling, rocking and rolling on it. We were rewriting Murderface, sending it off, getting it read. Professional readers or whatever, you pay them $150 and they read your script and give you notes.
Yeah.
And got a lot of actionable feedback on it, and just kept writing and writing and writing it. And then finally we got it back, and we had a B essentially. Well, we were getting C's before the passes on it. We got a B, and we're like, cool. We know we got this script, so we got a producer that's a friend of Greg's. He's worked on some stuff. He worked on the last Jeepers Creepers movie. He worked on one of the Puppet Master movies
Cool.
and stuff. So he had his feet in horror already, and he went around talking to people, and we had some deals on the table. I guess I was not in any of those talks, but was told like, "Oh, we got $1 million on the table. We're about to do this," and everybody was like, "Sweet, we're ready." And then they're like, "Never mind."
You see,
And
this is the, the tough reality about production. There's so many great ideas out there that either don't get a green light or get the green light and then they fall through.
Or just sit there.
And they just sit there, right? And it's like, what do you do? So there's a ton of us that were in production that are now in comics, and I think it's a common theme because either we don't like the options that are given, we don't like the quality it's going to be done in, because again, it costs so much money, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, what are my other options? And it's like, we can still tell a beautiful, gory, all in its gory glory story. Wow, say that 3 times. And then but in a visual manner, right? With comics. And it's like, it's less money. It's still expensive, right? We're not totally off the hook here for financials, but compare the two, it's a lot less expensive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was one of the things that we kept bouncing around, is like,
yeah,
trying to cut out death scenes because they were going to cost so much. And I'm like, no, like that's the whole point.
That's the whole point of exactly. It's a horror movie. How do you cut out I guess you could insinuate with a scream and a splash of blood.
Well, I mean, some of our death scenes get pretty out there. Like there's one where a guy gets twisted into a horse.
I'm sorry, what?
He gets twisted into a horse.
Twisted into a horse? Like
yeah,
they
he
put him
breaks
inside
his bones and twists his body into the shape of a horse.
Oh, they shape his body into the shape of a horse?
Yeah.
Okay, I was confused if he went into a horse somehow.
Yeah. No,
I was like, are we corkscrewing this man into a horse's anus? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, no. There's no actual horse involved.
Oh, great. Because that would actually be more expensive. No horses were hurt in Vaughn's story. My story is a different case.
A way different case.
And it's funny because this is a good point, Zombie, where it's like, here we are, trying to do production. We write a script, we make a comic, and then eventually it could end up be, back as a production.
Well, and that's how we got to the comic.
Yeah.
I wrote a completely different story for Murderface for the comic.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It's our thing. So you went from production. Now, when you had written Murderface as a movie, did you break it up into, like, that's what I did, is I broke it up into issues, based on plot, like, first act, second act, third act. How did you go about breaking your script up into issues?
It's a completely different story.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, so like in the movie, like these kids go off in the woods, like kids, they're college students, go off in the woods.
Wait, put it up.
They go off in the woods to make a Murderface movie, and then in the comic book, it starts with Lynn drawing his comic.
Right. And I love this. Okay, so Vaughn and I did the very comic book indie thing to do, which is you trade first issues when you see each other in person. You're like, here, you have mine, cool. And then so I've read this, and it's fabulous, you guys. If you like horror, you like comedy, you like twists and drama, and it's like it's got all the things. But yeah, look at this. It's like, it's a horror movie. It's in black and white, and you're like, what are we doing here? I love that this jock is like, football. She like talks to him, and he's like, football. That's how it plays in my head. And she was like, did you hear that? Football.
It was placeholder dialogue because I didn't know what he was gonna say yet. And so I was just like, everything was just football. And then I was like, you know what? Of course Lynn would write him saying football.
Well, exactly. That's his impression of these popular kids and jocks, and you know what I mean? And it's like they get murdered just like a movie, you know what I mean? It's just a slasher movie from the 80s that he's seeing in his head, and gets in trouble. It's like, what are you doing in class, sir? And then here we are. So you can see, again, he's writing a comic. He's in class. He is all of us who are creatives that are just bored in science and math and English. And it's like, you're just doodling in your sketchbook, or, you know what I mean? That's really all of us. So there's your preview pages, people. There's so many good things in here. The trash page, if you know what I'm talking about. That one's my favorite page. I had to send that to you. I was like, aha, it's so subtle, but it's so funny.
Yeah, I was on a I was on Longbox Punk's show when we launched,
Yeah.
and because when you sent that to me, I was like, yeah, no one's ever noticed it, but it's my favorite joke in the comic. And then he mentioned it also.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
it's
yeah, he got it too.
good. People are getting it. So yeah, and I mean, like, you have your book specs here. So this is 24-page, color book. And you even give your paper quality. That's nice. There's a few different covers. Murderface is just, let me show you guys this. This is such a cool, iconic, slasher look. Cool weapon too, right? Am I right? Of course I'm right.
You're absolutely right.
And then we have a few different covers. Which one is the A cover? Is it this one or is it this one?
The very top one's the A
The
cover.
top one, yeah.
Yeah, that was done by the Red Potion Studios art team.
Gotcha.
Julian and Wilson did that, and then the second one was by Wiedersam Arantes, and he hand paints all of his stuff. And I actually have that. I don't have it with me, but
Hi,
I have that.
John.
That is on the Kickstarter for sale, which I'm probably fixing to lower the price on because
Ooh.
I think I maybe went a little high on it.
The original art. And
Yeah.
if you guys don't get this reference, this is a Norman Rockwell painting where he painted himself painting himself in a mirror. It's like it's like three different ways of painting yourself. But of course, Lynn, the main character, we don't know if he's really Murderface or not. And then let me back up. All right. Let's pitch this thing, right? So, what is the premise of this story? I know what it is, so that's why I'm just skimming over it. But for those that are watching, what is Murderface about, Vaughn?
So, Murderface is about Lin Huang, who is a high school student who gets picked on and bullied all the time, and he finally has enough and draws a comic book of all his bullies dying horrifically, and gets in trouble for it, gets suspended from school, and then his bullies start dying horrifically in the same way that he drew in the comic. And so it's a whole deal of, is he Murderface? Is Murderface a thing? Is someone else framing him? And that's kind of the mystery of what is Murderface in the first couple of issues.
Right.
And so it starts off with his comic that he drew, and we see Trent and Carrie laying in a tent together, and Trent getting his spine ripped out.
Delicious. Rip football. That's funny. And then, but yeah, so that's what's interesting, you guys, is that these are all the questions that I had for Vaughn after I read it. I was like, okay, is Lynn Murderface? Is Murderface just like an extension of Lynn? Is like his comic book like Death Note, where he puts things into the book and then they start to happen because is it the book that's special, or is it something about Murderface? There's so many different ways that this story can go, and that's what caught me, and poor Lynn, this kid who's being bullied, they really bully him. And to see what he's going through and how he's coping with it, it seems like it's just, but you don't know. You don't know if he's really that psychopath underneath. So that's why this cover is so cool, is because he's painting what he thinks is himself, but then there's Murderface underneath. So you don't know, again, how much is Lynn and how much is Murderface. And By the way, we have the link here for you. Ta-da! You guys can check this out. But it's like it seems like a pretty straightforward campaign. It's not crazy like mine, which is excessive. What you backing? What you backing? Here's your rewards. And you have some really cool stuff, man. Let me show you guys this. Hold on. I got a Murderface acrylic standee. I've always wanted to do these. They're so cool. And I love how it's like, here's Murderface on the front. Let's try. Sorry, as I disappear from reality. And then, gosh dang it. It's two-sided. So that's actually the back side. with his weapon as opposed to just being, another version of the front back, opposite. So I thought these were super cool. I was really, really excited when you gave me one of these. Haha. Haha, everybody.
I have the 6-inch ones.
And look at that. These get bigger ones. That's so cool.
These are the ones I'm offering on the campaign, and then the 3-inch ones I'm giving free to the first 25 backers, which we still haven't hit yet. 25 physical backers, so we haven't hit that yet. So there's still time to get them.
So all physical backers get a bookmark, double-sided for extra awesomeness. And then, of course, here is Let's Go Shopping. So you have digital download for $5, a cover for $10. Yeah. So, I mean, your price, really nice. I got the Norman Rockwell. I was like, that's so cool. So I got that one. Cover C, they're all the same price, everybody. Physical cover D looks like action figure. Super cool.
My daughter made the action figure.
She actually made one? She made my one.
Yeah, it's made out of a Scarlet Witch.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think
that.
that's how you have to do it. Is like you get another action figure and you take it apart and repaint it and all that.
Yeah. So. She had the jacket that we were looking for.
Ah.
And she built the chest up and took the hair off and she actually made a mold of the face and then made the mask off her face mold. She did a lot of work on it.
Action figures sold separately, so you could actually get one of those?
No, I made that as a joke.
Okay, I was like, that's super cool.
We have one, and she's getting it together. And if we can get it together, I'll put it up as its own thing. But
no, you got to keep that.
I don't keep anything.
You don't? I was like, if it's I don't know,
a one-off that my daughter made. I have her high school art that I'll sell also if anyone's interested.
Vaughn. Stickers and a book. $20. So ever increasing sticker bag. Yeah, this is cool too. So you're just gonna keep adding stickers to this sticker bag.
Yes.
And you can pick any of the covers.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, down below we have the social goals for unlocking the stickers, which we haven't hit any yet, but we're getting there.
Oh, it's still early. You still got lots of days left.
Yeah.
Standy and book, $20. That's great. Ooh. Spot foil. Red spot foil. That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Flashy bloody.
I'm excited for those. There's only 50 of those. There is 20 on this tier. There's 20 on the all the covers tier, and then there's 10 in the everything tier.
5 cover bundle. These are great prices, you guys. Everything and more, $100. Ultimate Murderface collection. That's great. And the pencils, $250. Prettify your walls. I like it.
You laughed. You have to buy it.
Oh no! If I was made of money, I would spend it all on indie comics, on everybody's comics. I really would.
Oh, I would too. There's so much good stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs eyes.
Yep. And it's like if I could be a patron of the arts, I would spend all my money. But sadly, people in my family want to eat.
Here's the physical copy of the onomatopoeias.
Those are so cool.
And what will probably be the official look. I put the cover in the middle.
Yeah.
I wanted to make them kind of collectible. And I would love if other people did this and just they could use the name and the logo and stuff and just did it for their comics. It's every single sound effect that is used in the comic as a sticker.
I think it's cooler for those of us that are letterers.
It is, probably.
Oh, look at this. This is cool. What's this? This is your, like you said, your social goals?
Yeah, this is the social goals for the stickers.
Oh, tell me about it.
These are the social goals for the stickers.
Come on. I've never seen anybody do this before.
So when we get 30 backers on Kickstarter, we'll unlock a sticker. When we get 25 comments on the Kickstarter, we'll unlock a sticker. When you get the trailer gets 40 views, we'll unlock a sticker. And if we get shared on Facebook and Blue Sky, we'll unlock a sticker. And then we'll go on to the next ones. And if we hit the top goals, we'll unlock all 12 stickers.
That's cool.
All 12 stickers are already designed and stuff. That's why the outlines are there.
What's this? Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Lady Gaga could sing a title track of Murderface. My Murderface. There you go. When you get your Hollywood adaptation.
Get Weird Al on it.
Spin-off Resting Bee Face.
Nice.
You guys are funny.
It'll be the Killer Karen version.
Oh, God. If you want to kill off Killer Karen in your book, you just let me know. We can make that happen. Everybody would probably cheer on, Murderface just taking her out. Make sure he cuts her hair off first or something.
She'd be complaining the whole time, telling him how he was killing her wrong.
Yeah. That's what Lynn should do. Like, Lynn has an encounter with Karen in public, and then he writes her into the story, just telling Murderface that he's doing it wrong. Look at your posture. Straighten your back. Roll your shoulders back. Now you can release. Yeah. Relax your elbow. There you go. Now swing. And tell people about this, because this looks like, is that you in the background? Is this you?
No, it's my character. My character Gene from Zara and Gene. And you're not the first person to say that.
I totally looks like you. Except he's not wearing glasses. And so this character's from your other series, right?
Yeah. So I have another series called Zara and Gene Occult Investigations. And about a 900-plus-year-old demon that is an occult investigator and brings on a dopey sidekick named Gene who thought he was signing up for like a ghost hunting job that you'd see on like I don't remember what channel Taps was on, Sci-Fi Network or something, where it was all kind of fake. And it turns out that she just needed someone to dig a grave for her because she didn't want to do it. And so I had the artist from that series do this Murderface versus Zara and Gene. And this print will be available for people who are on my Patreon who also back the comic.
Is it killing me wrong? Vaughn, you've been challenged to write a story. You can add Murderface and Karen. That would be great, and call it "Killing Me Wrong."
Killing me wrong.
Pages. You're doing it wrong. Oh my gosh! So this is hilarious because it's Gene. Does he have his phone out? Is he recording this?
He's eating popcorn.
Is he yelling at him? Just like, nah. Is that what it is?
He's just sitting there eating popcorn, watching.
That's hilarious.
Knows that Zara will win, so he's not worried about it.
Zara would beat Murderface?
Oh, Zara would beat anybody. I love her. But this whole comic, Zara and Gene, Occult Investigations, it's available on my website for free, all 26 pages.
Wow. Okay, you guys heard that, right?
Hourglasscomics.com. If you're interested in checking it out.
Hourglasscomics.com. And there we have it. Like, there's just so much good stuff on here, you guys. Just
Hourglass Comics with an X.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Ow. Spell it. You put it in the...
I was trying to figure out how to do it. Whoa.
Put it in the private chat, and then I'll copy and paste it, because I did it wrong. Don't do that link, guys. It'll take you to the wrong one.
I'm not signed up for chatting.
You don't have private chat? On the right side?
Maybe. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to comment on it.
Oh, no. In the meantime, I'm going to play something that makes me laugh because every time we run a Kickstarter, this is what we feel like this.
Hold on. I think I'm bleeding. Am I bleeding? Ah! 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 Nose and lips! Okay, ow. Ah! No, can I... Ow, ow, ow. Ow! Wait! Ow! 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 Please, Mr. Oh!
Do a lot of people
Right?
use Fiverr?
Not anymore. No, those are always the people that are like in your chat that are like, I can help you.
Oh,
I
yes,
can help.
okay.
I feel like
I've
Kickstarter has done a good job of stopping those messages from coming through because I used to get like 20 messages when I would launch of just people from Fiverr like, I can help you, I can help you, I can help you. The worst was always when they're like, I like your campaign, but it's not good enough. And I'm like,
yeah.
what the F, man? Your stuff looks great, but you know, you're not hitting your target audience. And so I'd always hit him back with, you made me cry.
I haven't responded to any of them. I've gotten, I don't know, 2 or 3 emails.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, that's the video. When we were first releasing Kickstarters, there was just so many scammers coming at you. It's just like they're all from Fiverr too. But
I used Fiverr for our Bloodgate Films logo,
yeah.
and I liked it a lot.
Sometimes I've heard that people have good success with Fiverr for voice talent. Like even like look, Christopher Brown, he does some great trailers too. And then he always gets his voice work from Fiverr. But
The company that did my trailer, Kamikaze Trailers, he told me that he hires everybody off Fiverr.
yeah, so sometimes there's good stuff, but I mean, like when they're saying that they can promote you and guarantee you backers, it's a scam. If you can dodge a scammer, you can dodge a ball. Oh, see, that's the same thing. I posted my Kickstarter yesterday, and within minutes, everyone was telling me how they can make my campaign great. And it's just like, buzz off.
Yeah.
Buzz off. You're welcome. You're welcome. Christopher has a campaign that's coming up for a board game called Escargo, where you race snails. It's hilarious.
I think I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, well, he was on Killer Karen.
Okay, that's where I saw that.
And Karen did her best to offer to eat all the snails because you live with. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Lou. You know what? I tabled at a con once next to a voice actor, and it was the most annoying. No, Vaughn, back me up here.
Voice actors? I've never tabled ever, so.
You've never been to a Comic-Con?
Well, I've been to a comic convention. I've never been to like a big one.
Have you tabled at them though?
No, I've never tabled ever.
Oh,
I don't have anything to table. I'm trying to get my
well, now
book
you will,
out.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was set up at a Comic-Con, and the guy next to me was a voice actor, and so he would, people would be in the room, and he would just do all his different voices. And his favorite thing to say as they were walking away was, "It was nice to meet me," and I was just like, oh, I was like, I know he's doing his thing, and I can't fault him for it, but I just want to,
Yeah.
Can I move my table, please? So
you're gonna get it in my comic.
Oh, you want to put him in? Yeah. See, that's the thing. We could just kill people off in your comic. That would be great. Darkseid, like he does the voice for Darkseid in the DC. It's DC character, right?
Yeah.
Really, Lou? I didn't know that. The worst I was ever next to was the Wolfhard kid for what? Oh no, really? I mean, I would kind of picture that when they get to be a certain age and they had some level of fame, and it's like they feel, I don't know, entitled. I don't know. I would love to hear more about that experience. But
yeah, I feel like our kids can be like that anyway, and then you give them that ego boost of the fame, and it probably just
makes it worse.
Yeah.
I hope that they have some hindsight that when they get through it, they're like, God, I was just a jerk. Wow, I didn't know that.
I have that hindsight about me growing up.
I mean, most everybody does. Like, what was I thinking? Whether it was the hair or rolling the tight what do you call it? Tight rolling your jeans?
There was a kid. I was probably like a freshman in high school, and he was probably like in middle school, and he had a unibrow. And I don't even know who the kid was, but I was walking out of the school, and he was standing there. I was like, "Hey, nice eyebrow." And like I just kept walking. I'm like, "Why did I say that? Like, what was the
Aw.
point of ruining it?" And I still think about it. Like, it's such a small part of my life, but I'm just like, "Sorry, kid. I'm sorry I
Aw.
was mean
You're gonna
about your
find that
eyebrow."
guy and apologize to him because it's Steve Buscemi with a shotgun,
Yeah.
so he can like cross you off of the murder
He
list.
has no eyebrows now. He shaved them all off.
Yeah, and he puts his lipstick on and goes on with his life.
I probably should find him, get scratched off that list.
Yeah, Lou, that's awesome. That's awesome. My husband has a great voice. He always gets told he has a voice for radio. And so that's why I always have him record voice stuff like he does the Deep Thoughts by Dwayne Fink for those videos and the Jacques voice in the escargot Karen, that was my husband too. So I'm always ask the same thing. Like if you have a spouse with a great voice, it's like, please record this. Please.
I have a face for radio.
Oh, stop it. One thing we didn't do was play your video. I want to show people your awesome animation because this one's off. Let me make this and dig in.
Baby, I heard something outside.
I don't hear anything.
Can you check it out?
All right. Bro.
Baby, what is it?
Mr. Wong, am I boring you?
I'm sorry, sir.
Shut up!
This is becoming a problem.
Everyone shut up. The show is starting.
What's up, crew? Quick message from my sponsor before we hit it.
There is someone behind him.
Take him down.
There is somebody behind you.
Yeah, that is one of the coolest videos on freaking Kickstarter, you guys. I think it's great. I would love to have a video like that. In fact, I was like, Vaughn, who did your animation? I was like, I need their number.
Yeah, it's a company called Kamikaze Trailers. And
Yeah.
I guess all they do is comic book trailers. And super affordable. Like, I feel like what I paid for it was well worth what I got.
Yeah, it's an awesome video, man.
And that goes back to wanting to make a film. I mean, when we get ready to make a film, we could be like, here's our comic, we have a trailer, like this is what it would look like, And hopefully that will help show that we're serious about it and help them give us $1 million to make a movie.
That would be great. Well, I mean, like, would $1 million cover a live action, or are you going animation at that point?
No, it would be live action, and I don't know because I don't budget, but that's what we were asking for, I guess.
You're like, I don't do the financials.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't involved in it. Greg and our producer handled a lot of that stuff, but I mean, Greg went to film school, and so he knows, when they're like, well, we need this and this and this, I'm like, cool, I don't know what that is. Like, I just write.
You're like, that sounds great.
But yeah, Greg handled a lot of stuff.
Where's the rest of those? Okay, guys, I wanted to share. So Vaughn and I were talking about doing some cross promotion since we're both live at the same time. And Vaughn came up with some Valentine's Day cards. So we're going to premiere them on the show so you guys can see them. And then if you back both Path of the Pale Rider and Murderface, you can get your hands on all of these. So I just want to show you, like, look how cute these are. Sorry, as I cackle. I love you a whole lot. And he's got a hole in him. Gotta love that Big James.
These are all stickers also. They will be.
stickers and Valentine's Day cards. There's this one. I love you with every beat and beyond. Oh, we were just talking about this yesterday. If you would snoo with your significant other if they were undead. How long is that okay for? Hey, howdy ho. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, I'm not answering that either.
Right. You stole my heart, little sad pancake. Oh, he's so cute. Give Big James his heart back, please. And then let me see here. Where's my last one? And then I'm going to show you guys the Murderface ones too. Look, I love you. Isn't it so nice? He spells it out for you.
My little 5-second drawn cactuses.
Hey, man, they serve their purpose. Those are awesome. So those are the path ones. And then there are Murderface ones that you're going to get too. So excited. Look at this. I want to murder your face with kisses. Look how cute he is. I don't understand how it's like, it doesn't matter. If you draw a character as a chibi, they automatically become cute. Doesn't matter if they're murderous, demons, slashers.
JJ Ortega was the artist for all these. And like he sent me that because I was just like, I don't know, something cute, maybe some hard eyes. And then he sent me that, and I was just like, that's amazing. Like, no changes. The little kisses on his face.
I want to touch down here. Right there. Football. I'm drawn to you. That's awesome with his giant pencil.
Yeah, I've had suggestions on I'm drawn to you not being so good.
Really? I think he's cool.
There
was another one. What did I miss? One, two,
I
three.
haven't finished the fourth one.
Oh, there's okay.
Yeah, the fourth one was Carrie hiding behind the bush and Murderface coming up over the top of it, but I hadn't written a card for it because it was a little bit different than what I had asked for. And then he was like, "What do you think about this?" And I was like, "I love it because it looked great." And then I'm like, "I'll just come up with something," and I haven't yet.
Pop said, "How many pages is the book?" The book Murderface is 24 pages. Full color.
Half color.
Well, yeah, I mean, like when when
it becomes
when
color.
Lynn is drawing, he's drawing in black and white because he's drawing the comic. But so here's your book specs. There you are. We have something else we want to share. Let me go pull that up. This is the sharp idea that we were talking about. And so you guys know we do the slice and dice. Vaughn knows we do the slice and dice. And Vaughn has offered to let me use Murderface's weapon in our slice and dice. Look at that. They made his family, his dad and his daughter. They all came together. I was like, the family that slays together stays together. That's super cool. And so this saw bat, what do you call this thing? Bat saw?
The bat saw.
The bat saw. Okay.
It's more bat than saw.
The bat saw is the real thing. And it'll be on the weapons list for our slice and dice this campaign. So you guys, you can vote for this and have me murder a fruit or vegetable with Murderface's weapon. It has to be voted in, but who wouldn't vote for this thing? I
have the actual product right here.
Look at it. Let me see. That's so cool. I'm looking forward to murdering something with that. We could put a face. We can draw a face on whatever it is. So we could murder the face. That pizza slicer.
That is something that we have talked about doing is bat saw pizza slicers.
Great Wolf.
Actually come up.
That would be hilarious. You could make, that's a useful thing and you could get them on your campaign. That's cool. So, guys, we got some work to do. We got to unlock that slice and dice and some more so that way I can murder stuff with this. Please don't slay with your family. You may attain banjos. Thank you, Chris. That's awesome. Yes. And see,
Thank you.
Chris is now a dual backer and gets those Valentine's Day cards. Congratulations. You're the first person I know that signed up for that. That's super cool. So I'm going to be posting that in the updates on the Kickstarter. So we're going to show those off and we'll show them off some more. I'll post some today, tomorrow, and then on Friday, of course, because Valentine's Day for real. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day, Vaughn?
Yeah, it's one of the only commercial holidays I do celebrate. No, I'm just kidding. I celebrate them all. But
Lou,
yeah,
there
we
shall
do.
be
We
no
don't-
pineapple on pizza. I'm sorry. Continue.
Never mind. I gotta go.
What? You put pineapple on pizza? Okay, bye. That's twice Vaughn has been kicked off the show.
I don't put it on it. I order with it on it. I don't physically.
Fail.
Yeah,
We'll just
I'm
have
one
to
of those
agree to
people.
disagree on that one. That's definitely, I consider that murdering pizza.
It's better than sardines, isn't it?
It is, but it's also gross. Both of those unacceptable. Sir.
I'm gonna get sardines and pineapple.
And what? Take a picture and send it to me?
It's gonna be the SpongeBob pizza.
It's gross.
The bikini bottom.
Yeah.
Pineapple and sardines.
That's what they call it. Is there stars and sponge? I don't know. There's nothing.
You put starfish on it if you want. I don't care.
That's
No one's eating it.
disgusting. We just got Karen. Yes. I know. Karen loves to boot people off her show. Murderfacing a pizza. We might have to murderface the pizza. Is what we're gonna have to do. The slice and dice. Well, if people choose the bat saw, we'll murder a pizza. How does that sound? The only thing is, what?
I was gonna say I should offer bat sawed comics where every issue is just hacked into it once.
Oh my gosh. People might like that. Karen would definitely like to murder some comics. Actually, Pops was trying to talk me into that, where he's like, send people the damaged copies and sign up Karen Needlemeyer. Where she's like, here's your stupid comic.
I can't remember who did it, but somebody shot comics. There was like a guy holding a gun on the front, and they would actually shoot where he was shooting at, but then you could pay extra to get it with like a higher caliber gun, and it was like warning comic may not be readable. But yeah, you could get like someone they could shoot it with a shotgun.
Shotgun.
They still send you the comic, but it's
in pieces.
I need to look that up because I saw that not too long ago. And that was what gave me the idea, the bat saw comics.
I could do that too. I could go to the range and just put a 9mm through it if you want.
The next issue, you should offer gunshot comics.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna do the scratch and sniff comic for the cover, scratch and sniff cover. I think that'll be funny.
With pineapple pizza.
It won't be pineapple pizza, Vaughn. It'll be something. Haven't figured that out yet. Of course, I'm calling in all favors for my next issue. I don't know about you, but it's a big one. It's a big one for us. So I'm gonna have all the variant covers and
number 7.
Yeah, number 7 is the big one for us, where it's like, because 6 is like we're halfway through the arc and we're setting up a big moment, and 7 is that big moment to kind of push us into the second half of the arc, and it's
nice.
It's a wild ride. So I'm looking forward to that. But it's like, don't put the cart before the horse. You got to finish what you're working on.
You heard it here first. Jude dies in issue 7.
I did not say that. Stop with the rumors. Although I always encourage those rumors, because I'm always like, yeah, we kill him like 3 times. Unalive a comic, Laurie. I'm considering it. That might be fun to do. Actually, be a good excuse to go to the shooting range. Is there a shooting range out here by us? I'm sure there is. It's Texas.
I have no idea.
No.
Yeah, I'm too liberal for shooting ranges.
You live in Texas. Everybody has a gun.
I have a water gun.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that counts.
I just haven't.
Although you have a murder bat, so To be honest with you, if someone broke into your house and you were standing there with the bat saw and someone broke into my house and saw me with a 9mm, they'd probably be more afraid of you than me.
Totally gonna use it too.
Are you gonna do some practice swings?
I caught someone trying to break into our house one time, but he was just drunk and didn't realize where he was.
Oh, shoot.
He was trying to get in our back door.
You're like, are you supposed to be here?
I said, you need to leave. He goes, oh, I was just here. I was like, I don't know where you thought you were, but you were not
This is
here.
not it. Yeah, and it's so sad because that's how it usually is. Like people bust in thinking they're home or they're, I don't know, going back to a B&B. They're just, house party in a neighborhood and they're in the wrong place. Causes problems. Don't be drunk and stupid.
People at work were like, I would have shot him. I'm like,
see what I mean? It's a great way to end your life. Go to someone's house. Remember there was a girl that got shot just for like pulling into a driveway to back out and turn around and someone shot her. It's like, oh my gosh.
I didn't hear about that. That's terrible.
That was years ago, but it was just really, really unfortunate. You know what I mean?
I do that a lot because I'm terrible at driving.
We're always like glaring out the window, like, what is this? And then they just turn around and leave. You're like, oh, okay, it's fine.
It's just me. My GPS sucks.
Sorry. I'm leaving, I promise. So, okay. So I think we announced all the things. Now we can just hang out and talk about whatever you want, man. So what's the plan after this issue? Are we doing Murderface 2? Are we going back to your other series? What's your 2025 look like, Vaughn?
I'm gonna see how this goes because this is my first getting anything out. So I need to see how I handle this to see where I need to make course changes or corrections. As far as like, I don't know if I charge enough for shipping and stuff, and like I have a buffer to kind of cover things that I maybe planned wrong. But this is really I don't want to say an experiment. Like, yeah, no, it's kind of an experiment. Because I mean, I had comics printed already just to make sure I knew how to print comics. Because I have anxiety about a lot of things, and so I'm like, I don't want to sell an inferior product. So I'm like, I'm just gonna order like 25 issues to make sure I know what I'm doing. And so I did. And there's things in the comic that I did wrong that I've already corrected, and so kind of makes those first prints like the one you have special because they're not right.
That's okay. It's a collector's edition.
But so I've already printed comics to make sure that I know what I'm doing, and then we're just gonna go from there. I'm gonna get everything shipped out. I've been talking about doing a Zara and Jean Kickstarter for that first issue.
Yeah,
I've had people asking about physical issues of it, but I don't know if I can pull it all together before the end of the year. It'd be cool, and I'd like to, but I don't know. With this being my first Kickstarter, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to handle running 2 a year. Eventually, I'd like to get to where I can run like 6 a year, and this is my job and doing other people's comics and stuff through Hourglass Comics. The guy who painted that cover, Wiedersam Arantes, the Norman Rockwell cover.
Yeah,
he has a comic that he's completely hand painted that he's doing, and he already asked me like, "You want to put this out? I want to get out in the States." And it's a cool story. Like he sent me the whole story, and I liked it. And I was just like, dude, I'm not prepared to do that yet. Like to put other people's stuff out. It's gonna take me a while before I can do that, if I can ever do that. But I just have so many ideas in my head right now too that I just want to get everything out. Because Zara and Jean, like, I have a million stories with them, and then Murderface is 4 issues. And so after that 4 issues, I've already come up with a second Murderface comic that I don't know if we'll do or not, but it's in the brain pan, and I have. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so Murderface, this is the first one. How many issues for this first arc?
4.
4, okay. And then are you planning on doing a trade? Put them all together?
Yes, that is the game plan. And then so from here on out, we'll offer the trade, and the comics will never be printed again.
You could do the scout method, which is print issue 1 and then the trade. So, you know what I mean? Because it's 2 different price points and people can read the first issue and kind of like have their intro.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
But I want to do all the things, like all the issues, and because all the issues comes with multiple covers and stuff, and all that stuff's fun to me. Like seeing what other people come up with, and
Yeah. No, I'm with you. That's what I'm doing too, where it's like I do all the individual issues and then I'll put them together in the trade. So that way but I'm always going to have my issue 1 floppy, but I would probably stop printing, definitely 3 and 4. I might reprint a few, issue 2s, but when I go to Comic-Cons, I'm finding that people either get just issue 1 or they just jump right into the trade. A few collectors will do like the individuals because they can get their variants. You know what I mean? Because I have some variants left of 3, 4, and 5, but usually those are limited run. So I'm not reprinting those after they run out. So they'll just have to, you know what I mean? So at some point we're in like 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like people aren't buying the whole thing of floppies. They're just getting that trade paperback. So it's like trade 1 and trade 2.
Well, that's what I
get
did.
You all through 8.
I started straight off with your trade, and then got issue 5 from you at the comic book store.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And now we're on issue 6. It's crazy. So,
how long have you been doing this? Like, how fast has it gone?
We first published in July of 2022, and then it's been 2 Kickstarters a year. We did 3 Kickstarters last year because we had that trade paperback in there.
Gotcha.
But that was easy because all the art was done. And so it was just like the Kickstarter finished, we got the funds, I ordered the books, and I had them like a month later, and that was it. They went out. With Kickstarter, with the individual issues, a lot of times we draw until the money runs out. And then so there's still art production that has to happen after we get paid. So that's why those take a little longer for us. I know like yourself, like your art's already completed by the time you Kickstarter, which is a lot of people do it that way. And that way the turnaround time is so much quicker. But yeah, did you see Vaughn has a bat saw? We saw it. Is this your daughter?
That might be my sister.
Your sister? Hello, I'm Laurie. Nice to meet you. Yes, we saw the bat saw. We're excited to murder things with the bat saw. I'm very excited. And Pop's Dwayne videos are on Fridays. So we just released the second one on Friday. Actually, I did release a Dwayne video today, but it was a time lapse of Gilbert drawing the scratch and sniff sticker, the beer one, which is Dwayne. And I put the music for some dueling banjos on there, and I think it's hilarious. Because I feel like that's the music that plays in his head whenever he's, I don't know, existing. He just walks around the apocalypse with dueling banjos in his head. So,
I want to make Dwayne Fink his right stickers.
Ooh, we could. I mean, like that's a point of contention in my story. Is people argue about whether Dwayne is right or not about what's happening.
I think he's right. I think he knows everything that's going on.
Ooh,
I'm a big Dwayne Fink fan.
You're a Dwayne Fink fan. There's other people that are like, no, like he's a town drunk, his liver's talking, he's just doing stuff for attention, which is possible because they give him drinks to have him tell
his stories.
Yeah. So you never know. You never know if he's 1 foot in truth and 1 foot in lies or where he is. So, but I love that character, and he's great in issue 6. You're going to see him, new side of Dwayne. But he definitely something's coming up. Something coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I liked him at the end of 5.
Thank you.
I'm on fire.
Those Beatles. Those Beatles were fun. Because again, we're creating issue 5, and Gilbert was like, "What bugs are these?" So he's like, "You don't say bugs. You know what specifically I'm drawing. It's just like a swarm of insects." And I was like, "Be right back to you." And of course, I'm looking like native bugs in Arizona, right? So I'm on Google, and it was like blister beetles. I was like, "All right, why are they called blister beetles?" And it was like, "Oh, because they crack their own body open and bleed noxious blood onto you, which then causes blisters, rashes, and then if you ingest enough of them, they can kill you. They're poisonous, freaking nasty beetles. So I was like, oh, we're picking those. So I sent him like a picture. I was like, which one of these? Because there's a whole there's like 12 different variations of these things. Isn't that crazy?
It's like the most spiteful bug ever.
Seriously. And they're out in the American West. They're there existing. What the F? But I guess
Scratch and sniff beetles.
Scratch and sniff beetles. We might figure that out too. Thank you for that idea. I'm on fire for you. I'm hot for you. I don't know. We'll figure that out. So yeah, flaming beetles, chasing them out of Santa Claus, which then burnt to the ground. It's kind of the way path goes though, right? When we're tired of a place, we just burn it down. Can't go back that way.
Literally burning bridges.
Yeah. That's what we do. So Murderface 1 through 4. And then so I think you could do 2 campaigns a year. I'd do something similar. And especially if your art production is done and you're just trying to Kickstarter for the print job.
Yeah. It's a lot of like the ancillary. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but the art for like the campaign and stuff, having them do that, and it's just right now I'm stretched. I shouldn't have paid for 3 comics out of pocket right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, and it's all the same art team, different artists. Like I use Red Potion Studios for everything pretty much, except for like covers and some stickers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have some stickers I just got from a guy on Reddit, and I thought I was gonna get scammed.
And what?
I found him on Reddit, and I thought I was gonna get scammed, but it turned out to be legit, and he did some awesome stickers. I got Murderface, and I got Jean and Zara coming up. So I have some art already for like stickers and stuff like that planned. I love doing stickers. I know people get like super inundated by stickers, but I put them on my comic box, and so I love getting new stickers. It's actually that's what my wife does. She decorates my box when I get stickers.
That's cool. I'm just now getting into stickers. We've done like 1 sticker campaign, which is like the early bird special, and it's usually like art from inside the comic that like kind of sums up the, I don't know, whatever mood of that comic. But with the scratch and sniff sticker, like Gilbert loves making stickers, man. He really does. I have a whole set of stickers that I haven't released yet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but he did these like melted popsicles that are POTPR characters, so I haven't released those yet. I got to do that.
These?
Yeah, that's exactly. But yes, but we did ours in circles. But yes, that's what we did. Yeah, Gilbert's great. He does some fun stuff. It makes me laugh. Like that whole Big Jude, the combination of Big James and Jude was totally Gilbert. Where he was just like, "What if I combined your characters?" And I just had to laugh, and I was like, "Do it!
That's awesome.
See what happens."
That looks cool.
So I thought that was fun. So we come up with some fun stuff. You ever combine your characters?
I have not. The print of Zara fighting Murderface is about as far as I've gone so far. I guess I could have Jean dressed like Zara and Zara dressed like Jean.
Oh, what if you had just had Lynn, little Lynn, wearing oversized clothes and like the mask pulled up on his head or something like
baggy. That would be cool. I thought about putting Lynn on the back side of the Murderface standee. I wish I would have now.
Oh, that's an idea.
But I felt like I want to eventually make Lynn his own standee. One of my ideas I had for the standees was to do Murderface bigger than the other ones, and then do all of the death scenes from the comic when I'm done, and then call it Diorama.
Diorama. That's hilarious.
Have Murderface there with all of the characters he killed off.
I was like, could you even technically make like a chessboard with your acrylic standees?
I feel like, because I have ideas for like board games and stuff. I don't know if they'll ever get made or if they're just going to be in my brain pan.
Yeah, I feel ya.
But I mean, I feel like these would work for
I think so.
Especially after we got them to adjust the tolerances on these stands. Because you
Yeah.
remember how hard it was to put.
Yeah, I had a hard time. I was like,
Yeah.
Vaughn. I'm like, I can't get it the thing in there.
But
You
yeah,
have to do
because
it.
before when you would pick it up, the base would just fall off. And so they made
Oh.
sure it ain't going anywhere now.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, but you gotta muscle it in there. That's what she said. AKA the kill me, I'm taking you with me, Beetle. Oh, and then some idiot lights him on fire. It's like, oh, of course, of course.
I love how
Why would
you
do
just
that?
have no idea how that happened. It's just
Some idiot lights his wire on fire. Oh, it's something that I had mentioned 2 comics ago. It was in issue number 3 where they were talking about not knowing what to do with these giant swarms of undead bugs, and it's like someone decided to try and burn them to get rid of them, but they were still flying, and so they would burn like farms down, and they would burn just buildings down, as they're on fire. So it's one of those things like blink and you'll miss it. Like we had mentioned that before, but now it's actually happening. So foreshadowing is fun. Murder, death, destruction. Oh man. And that's what I have to wonder about your characters is how many are going to make it out of that 4 issues alive?
I don't know.
None of them? What happens if Lynn dies?
Lynn's gonna be the final girl.
Does Murderface what if Lynn writes himself being murdered? Would Murderface murder Lynn?
He would have to. If that's the way if that's what Murderface is. Unless it's Lynn. What if Lynn is Murderface and he's not gonna unalive himself?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, how would he murder himself? But it was just, if he puts it in the comic, would it contradict? It's like,
I want to say everything.
Don't.
I'm so bad at like.
No, don't do it.
Secrets.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But I get so excited to talk about my stuff, and it's just so hard not to.
You and every other creator. I know. I love having people on the show that are so passionate about what they do. I'm so excited. But the problem is that I'm like, no spoilers. Like you can't talk about that, Vaughn. Not here at least. If you want to tell me in person later, I'm cool with that. You can still tell me. But
nope, no spoilers.
No spoilers. No.
I
gotta pay for it just like everybody else. I see. Okay. I just signed up to go to Texas Haunters, I think it's called. Texas Haunters Comic-Con. It's at the Irving Convention Center, so it's in Fort Worth.
Is that in October?
It's in July.
Weird.
But it's a Halloween theme, like horror themed.
Halloween in July.
Yeah, I guess. It'll be my first time going. So I don't know. There's still spots, so I had to fill out his thing and go. But so I've been told, that there's horror cons in Texas. So I'll keep you in the loop because once you have your book and you have merch and you have like horror themed things, we could go to like that one.
Texas Frightmare Weekend's a big one.
It is. I have not been there before. They require a COE, which I don't have. They don't have business insurance. They want a certificate of your business insurance because there's so much. I guess there's so many exhibits and expensive things at Texas Frightmare that if you are responsible for breaking them, then they charge your insurance. I don't have that. So
I don't have business insurance either.
No. So that's why I was like, I was totally going to go and then saw that I'm not set up for that. So, but that is a big one.
Greg,
another one?
My film partner, Greg, used to make commercials for them.
Yeah. I've been on their podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was actually early 2020. We were promoting the comic book. And this was before it was the first artist team the one that kind of fell apart because of freaking COVID happened. And
yeah.
Everything just crashed and burned. So it was before we even were published that I was on their podcast. And it's like so much has changed since then. That was 5 years ago, man. Yikes.
It'll get better, right? Right? What's your comic say? Your prophecies. What do your prophecies say?
It gets worse. Gets way worse.
Okay.
Prophecy says.
That didn't instill much hope in me. Wasn't the hope I
At
was
some
looking
point, it
for.
needs to stop following the comic, or we're all in pretty big trouble. Is all I have to say. Yeah. Well, I mean, issue 6 takes a hard left turn from reality. So I think issue 6 and issue 7, if things happen, then we are well into the apocalypse at that point.
I'll keep that in mind as I read them.
Issues 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are all like, it completely changes. So there's like everything before 7, there's 7, and then everything after 7. You know what I mean? Like it changes right there.
7 is like your Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have all the issues completely written, or are they just outlined?
Well, those are all done. And then I'm into the second arc. I've written most of that. I'm like 9 issues into the second arc. I have the last like 3 to close up shop. And they're all like, those are outlined. I just need to clean them up.
Yeah.
And then I actually have the beginning of the third arc. Now the third arc is the end. It goes to 36. There is an ending. It's planned. But I haven't written any of that down. So that's on my plan to do this year. So in case I get hit by a bus, like we can release the ending and people can actually know how it all resolves, as opposed to like George R. R. Martin, where we will never know what was intended for Jon Snow.
That would be my main concern if you got hit by a bus.
Yeah, what happens in Laurie's story? Damn it, we will never know.
Not Laurie getting hit by a bus.
Who cares? Laurie's dead. Bye.
I need to know how the story ends.
It's just one of the unfortunate side effects of Laurie being dead. Who knows? I could be the first one that comes back from the dead.
Do you have plans to venture outside of Path?
I do. I have 2 other scripts that are pretty polished. The Agency, which is the one where I was doing, we filmed the pilot when I was working for Coattail Collective. I could very easily turn that into a comic book. And it's like same thing where at first you think it's one thing and it's something completely different. So that's like more spy versus spy and traitors and espionage. But it becomes something completely different, partway through.
Yeah.
And then I wrote 12 of those. So that one's quicker. It's actually like 6 issues for like the first arc, 6 issues of the second arc. And I could probably wrap it up with another 6. So that's a little bit shorter than Path. And then I have an unnamed script. It's purely supernatural, more like the world of John Constantine. I haven't talked to anybody about that one. There's a killer opening. I haven't figured out where it's going to go, though.
That's how Murderface started off.
Yeah.
The film script. It was just like, I had this opening that is super obscene, super gory. And I think that's kind of what turned Greg off at first, was he read that opening scene and was just like, this isn't really... Well, it starts off with the sex scene, and I don't think he was wanting to do like the sex scene, but I was going for like the
full-on
80s homage. Yeah. And
yeah.
But yeah, it was just in the film script, it's just a horrible scene, like gruesome.
I mean, that's the typical trope for 80s slasher movies, is if you have sex, then you get killed.
Yeah.
Pops Van Zant, if you're listening, will you check your DMs? I need you to pop in here for just a minute, because I have to pee. I don't want to leave Vaughn here by himself. I don't know if he's listening.
I can sit here by myself. I'm good.
No. Oh, well, you can show off like, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you because I don't know if he's going to come and I don't want to pee my pants. Can you have your physical copy of your book, right?
Yes, downstairs.
It's not close by. Darn. I was going to say, hold it up and show it off for people because you can show.
Yeah, I don't have a copy of it up here.
Oh, no. And this never happens. I'm always good, and I always go to the restroom before the show. Dang it.
Trials and tribulations of a 2-hour show.
I just, yeah, that, and I drank too much coffee
Like
this morning.
commercials again. We can take an intermission.
Yeah, but I have to push the buttons to play.
Oh.
I was like, I can go quick. There it's Levi. Thank you. Someone come on here for just a minute. I swear it'll only take a minute. Thank you. I'll be right back.
No problem. How's it going, Vaughn?
It's going excellent. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm sitting here at my drawing table listening to the Tuesday Brew.
Have you enjoyed it? Have I been doing good?
I definitely have. Yeah. I love the bat saw.
Thank you. Yeah, that's one of the things that I cannot take credit for. My film partner Greg created Murderface, and he created the bat saw. Well, I don't think he created. I think it's been in other things. I think Fallout had a bat saw, but as far as like it being connected to Murderface, that was all him.
Gotcha. And you were saying that the whole concept behind Murderface just started with the intro?
Well, that's how I started writing the film script that I presented to him. But I actually met him on a 48-hour film fest where he was shooting Murderface. And so it started with his short. It's like 4.5 minutes long, 5 minutes long. And I liked the look of the character so much. And this kind of idea of in the short, like you didn't really know what was reality or not. Like what, like, you know, like it shows someone die, but then it shows some people telling like campfire stories. And you're like, well, did that just happen? Or is that just part of the story they're telling? And that's something that I really incorporated into the film script.
Gotcha. That's very cool. I love it when you can start off with one thing and it just kind of naturally grows into something else and forms, and it almost seems like it's meant to be, or you've captured lightning in a bottle type of deal.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels that way. And like working with Greg, like Greg and I get along so well, and like I said, we got like 5 other films that one of them we kind of co-wrote. Like he came up with the idea for it, and I'd write on it, and then come back with him, and we talk about where it's going to go, and that's a Western, actually. That's the only Western I ever wrote.
What? You wrote a Western?
Yeah, Western horror movie. Werewolf Western horror movie.
Dang.
Where can we see these, by the way? They're on a website.
I'm gonna drop out now.
Thank
Take
you,
it easy.
Levi, my hero.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
Where can we see what?
Your short films or your films.
Oh, that's just on paper. Like I don't.
I always I'm dying to see that Western werewolf.
Yeah, no, it never got made. I could send you the script and you could read it, but other than that, I don't have anything for it.
Ooh, I would love to see that. I was gonna say, have your own YouTube channel where you put all your videos up there?
I just started
Greg.
one. I have the Murderface trailer.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, I got one video, and you've already seen it. But
no, Murderface, the short is out there on my Substack. I just released. It has a movie poster on it, and then it has the actual movie Murderface.
Can you
4.5 minute?
Can you put it on your YouTube?
I'll talk to him. It's not even through him. It's through the film contest. It's on their YouTube channel.
Is it still? Wait, so it's on the film?
Yeah, right now, if you type in like Murderface story or Murderface, I can't remember what I put in.
I'm gonna look. Murderface confronts the doctor? Nope. There's a character named Murderface.
Yeah, there is in Metalocalypse.
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Well, we knew that when we made the short.
Yeah, but I type in Murderface and
that's all. Type in
stuff.
Murderface short film. I just found it, and it's like the third one down on mine. It's got 2 people kissing in the woods.
Are we gonna get hit with copyright if I show it?
Shouldn't. And there's no like, there's blood and language, but there's no anything else. can't hear it.
Oh. Let me try rebooting. Can you hear it now?
Nope.
Ow! Stop. How about now?
Yes.
All right, you assholes. Answer me. Bullshit. I would not do that.
All right. Look. Let me start over. So, these kids go camping, and they decide to play a prank on their friends.
Think something happened to Sheila.
Can someone give us a hand? So funny. Who the hell is she?
She's dead.
Over.
This guy's like, really, guys?
I'm gonna go find Sheila.
Time scales. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
I think everybody's getting some of me.
Oh,
Sheila?
you're gonna get an axe to the face shortly. Hello. Wow, what the heck? Yeah, welcome to the show.
Oh, come on. Why do all of your stories have lesbians in them?
Like, what the hell? We were changing.
So, anyways.
Oops.
Are you shitting me? Do you know how much this hot costs?
Oh, she did.
Come on, man.
My
Hey, I
goodness.
told you it's nothing. I'm telling you, I heard something. I think it was a scream.
Kenny, are you 12? Cut the crap. It's not funny.
Come on, you'll be back before you know it. I'll be back.
Death.
Nothing bad ever happens when you say I'll be back, huh?
Right. But who's gonna get it? The girl or the guys? My vote is
Hey, if this is part of your stupid prank,
wife
Place your
beater.
bets.
You see, at this point, I'm not sure if he's still telling the story or if this is like. Oh! Oh no!
bullshit. I wouldn't be
Okay.
screaming like a little bitch.
Hold on. Why does this guy have a new weapon every single time? It doesn't make any sense.
It's my story.
Screw that. Tell it right.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Those dicks. All right, you assholes. Answer me.
Yeah. He's in the back seat.
Shit.
Oh shit! Hush it, woman!
Well, that was great. Anyway, none of us would do any of that crap.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what spawned Murderface.
The scan person. Same people. That was awesome. Wait, stop it! Oh, sorry. Have you guys seen my short film? Have you seen it?
I've watched, I think, a newsreel or something that you posted. I don't know. I haven't watched any
No,
I haven't watched anything outside of. Say it again.
Catfishing.
No.
Let me go back to playlists. Oh, nope. It's like all the way at the bottom. Here it is. This is Catfishing from 2017.
It's just before Texas.
This was before Texas.
All right, lady, turn around nice and slow. All right, give me the purse. I said,
Okay.
Give me the purse, lady. Come on, hurry up. Give me the purse. Give me the purse.
Camera.
Calm down, lady. I just want the purse.
It's not you obvious.
Get off me, lady.
Man, I'm gonna need some backup.
I thought you said this was a sure target.
He took the bait. He's just the Bruce Lee of street thugs. Get here.
All right, I'm 2 minutes out.
Our acting is just great. Fights are better, but acting not so much. Command, I have a weapon. Bastard. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
You have a red light on lethal force. This is capture only. Can't.
Come on. That was as intimidating as I could muster, I know.
Oh, that scared me.
Did it? Okay, yeah. That was an actual kick to the face.
Look, when I ask for backup, I expect you to get to me.
This is your out. You gotta finish what you start.
But look, this is not our normal target. I mean, look at him. Do something.
You want your Hail Mary pass? Here it is.
Like,
You really managed to piss her off.
I don't want any problems. I just want to go.
I don't think
Okay?
that's an option.
I almost feel sorry for the guy now.
Well, yeah, it's like you were worried about him fighting me. Like this guy is much worse. You don't even like break a sweat. Jumps him.
See how you handle this. Not bad, kid.
The tall guy, he's one of the most deadly people I know in real life.
Did you meet him through martial arts?
Yeah, these are both my martial art friends.
What's going
They're
on?
both really dangerous, but
Why are
that
we even
the
fighting?
tall guy especially, him can kill you in about 3 seconds.
Ah!
Oh yeah, that was great. You know, you could have at least helped.
Not in this suit. It's Italian. Besides, I kind of like him.
This guy? No. Come on, we're not bringing him on. Come on, what do you even see in this guy?
Same thing I saw in you. All right, what were you thinking?
2 words. Fuzzy puppy.
Okay, we'll flip for it.
Heads. Fuzzy puppy. And my husband. Next target acquired.
You need any backup?
Not from you. He's just cute little short, you know, heavy martial art. A little bit of a twist at the end.
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really well shot.
Yeah, the production company was great. Like they were serious. So we had a good time doing that. And it's like once you do something like that and you see it in real life, it's kind of it's like that addiction. It's like I need to make more of these. I want to do more of these, you know, and it's like every time you do them they get better. It's just like doing comics. It's like we get better at honing our craft and again, I'm not that the whole purpose of that film was to kind of be like our virtual calling card because our fight club, our fight team was there. So it's like we can choreograph gun scenes, you know, knife fights and grappling, and we can take all the hits and do a fall down for you. And so that was the whole point of that. Is like we're not actors, but we're really good at our craft. And if your film production company can capture it, you know, if they can do the work to capture action, we can make you guys look really good.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's like then we moved to Texas and all of it went. This is what happens. This is what happens. But it's also my claim to fame. Like I can do these things I talk about, you guys. I'm always like, oh yeah, I knife fight. People are like, yeah, right.
That's what happened in Texas.
What happens in Texas? But I mean, that's just life, isn't it? That's our journey. We start out doing one thing and end up somewhere else, and it's just a natural progression. Nothing stays the same. And I love what I do. I always say I have the best job in the world. I get to make comics. So I'm super happy.
I work in a factory.
I had to ask Vaughn before we started the show. I'm like, because he works nights. And so he actually woke up early to come be on our show this morning to help promote, you know, his Kickstarter. And I was like, so what is your real job? You know, like what you do? It's not even a 9 to 5. It's a 10-hour shift overnight. So you do what now?
I work in a factory making welding equipment. And I think in 2 months, it'll be 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Super fun stuff.
Do you like run the machines? Do you
I work in a cleaning room. So like they'll machine the parts on the machines. Like all the parts to the welders and stuff they'll machine, and then they'll come to me and I'll wash them to get all the grease off them, and then a lot of them I'll acid dip to kind of inhibit the parts rust inhibition so they don't get rusty. They'll last longer on the shelf until they're ready to be made into a welder.
Interesting. How big
Yeah.
are the welders? Like, are we talking about commercial?
Yeah. Like I work for a global company, like,
Mhm.
but yeah, they're one of the top 3.
And it's in Denton?
Mm-hmm.
I had
Been
no
there
idea.
for years.
I don't ever go west. I'm
You
always
should
like,
go west.
I guess.
Everything's west.
I don't know. It's like, what is there? I just don't know. It's like we got to Prosper and like we moved into our house and then it was like in the pandemic, right? So pandemic started in March. We moved into our house the first week of April. We were excited to move into our house because we were living in an apartment that was a middle floor during the first month of the pandemic, and we were just going crazy
Yeah.
because it's just 2-bedroom and a kitchen, dinette, and a living area, and we were in the middle floor, so we had someone upstairs and someone downstairs, and it was just a nightmare. So, but it's like you get into your house in the pandemic, and it's like you don't talk to anybody, you don't go anywhere, you don't do any exploring. We don't,
Yeah.
and like people are like, "What are the restaurants by you?" And we're like, "We still don't know." We DoorDash. So it's just funny. So I've never gone west. It's like we go east to McKinney, we've gone north to Salina, we go south into Frisco and Plano, Dallas. But this like, what's west of us? I have no idea. Denton is there.
The barren wasteland.
Is it?
No, they got colleges, TWU's there,
Oh.
UNT's there. It's a big college town. So that's where all the good food is, and
Really?
I guess I don't know. We don't go there often.
That's when my ears perk up. I'm like, food? What food? What kind of food? What are we eating?
There is a Chinese restaurant in Denton that I love called Mr. Chopsticks. Really good.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I've been acid dipping welding equipment for 21 years.
That's crazy. 21 years.
I went from working in a restaurant as a fry cook to working in this factory. So all I've ever done in my professional life is put baskets into hot liquid.
It was like it's either this basket or that basket, but it's still back with baskets into hot liquid. That's funny.
It's what I was born to do. Everybody has a calling.
Well, see, now you need to write that into your comic book where Murderface just like pulls a lever and drops someone into acid.
Deep fries them.
Yeah. Absolutely. That makes me laugh. All right, this is the part of the show where you tell people where they can follow you on your socials, on your website, and all the above.
I am Hourglass Comics with an X on Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram. Don't do Twitter anymore. Recently started a YouTube channel. So pretty much everywhere I'm Hourglass Comics. I was going to get into Mastodon and another one and didn't. My daughter runs my TikTok channel.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw the video that she posted of making the bat saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, so she's in charge of TikTok because I have it on my phone, but I've never really used it to make anything. That's all her.
I just want to remind everybody, you can also head over to Kickstarter, go back Murderface. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. This is a great book. I enjoyed it. And again, this is the most important time for us as creators is to support our fundraising campaigns because it ensures that we can make cool products, new stories, exciting things for you guys. If you're saying that you're going to come pick it up after it's made, that's great. But the campaign is really what helps us make it a physical item. So appreciate everybody that's backed. Make sure you go back Murderface, back Path of the Pale Rider. Here's my link. And when you do, you get Valentine's Day cards like Jude St. Clair telling you he loves you in front of Cactus. Look, now, I know everybody is shipping Jude and Lola. You guys haven't met all the characters yet. So there will be an I love you from Jude, but I'm not saying to who.
Big James.
Yeah, it's Big James. Don't forget, you will also get the Murderface ones as well. You'll get a whole sheet printed of Valentine's Day cards. Want to murder your face with kisses. Amazing, amazing. And Vaughn, thanks again for coming. I appreciate you. It was kind of a last minute thing. I had a cancellation. I was like, Vaughn, would you like to come on? He was like, yes, I will wake up early just to be on the Tuesday morning brew. So I appreciate that, sir.
I really appreciate you having me. Had a good time.
Good. I'm glad. Everybody else, thanks for coming. Remember, we're going to be here every week. Be excellent to each other. Kiss your babies. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Click on the tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens day.